Jim Hubach for Illini R&R, Rants and Raves. Well, the Fighting Illini go down to Happy Valley and come away unhappy as they play the last Big Ten game of the season and come away with a double overtime defeat, 86-79 to Penn State. And the big news yesterday coming out of Illini Nation was Athletic Director Josh Whitman giving Coach Gross a vote of confidence as Illinois' head basketball coach, calling him a man of integrity and a good leader, so he's sticking with him for a while. And then on the football end of it, they end up firing head coach Bill Cubitt and his son Ryan, and it looks like ex-Bear coach Lovie Smith will be the new head coach at Illinois. And that is huge for Illini Nation, should get everybody pumped up. So AD Josh Whitman shaking things up here right away. For the last game of the season at Penn State, Illinois started off rather slow and had a rough time in the first half. The big question, I guess, was Maverick Morgan going to have another game after his career game he had against Maryland? Well, the answer to that was no. He didn't have a really good game, only ended up with 8 points. But Malcolm Hill in the first half was just incredible. He had 15 points and kept the Illini in the game. Penn State held Kendrick Nunn to only 4 points. They did a good job on him. And the halftime score was 37-36. Penn State up by 1, so Illinois was right in the game. Second half got underway, and it started slipping away rather rapidly. There was some strange audio technical problems, but those weren't as bad as a lot of the play that Illinois had much of the second half. About the 12-minute mark, it started getting away where Penn State built a 10-point lead, and it wasn't looking real good. But give the Illini credit, they did come back thanks to Malcolm Hill's huge game. And then an unlikely hero, Khalid Lewis, came on strong towards the end, had a three-pointer, he had a tough two-pointer, and a couple of big steals. He ended up with 10 points. So he helped the Illini get back and tie the game at 67 up. It went into overtime and then actually ended up going into double overtime at 72 apiece. 1 point about the Illini at the end of regulation, just terrible clock management as Malcolm Hill was playing the point guard, walked the ball up the court with about 10 seconds to go, and ended up not getting a good shot off at all, just running wild at the end of the game there. They should have either called timeout or ran the ball up the court with some authority, but that has happened so many times this year at the end of a game, not using the clock wisely. So the final, once again, in double overtime, 86-79, but Malcolm Hill with a career-high 39 points and 13 rebounds. Big game for him. But Kendrick Nunn was held to only 7. He really had a rough game, not good at all. If he would have just had his normal game, we would have won this. So that hurt. And then what happened to Michael Finke? He's just disappeared. He was playing so well early in the season, and ever since his injury, he's just kind of fallen off. Well, we go Wednesday night of the Big Ten tournament, the first game against Minnesota. Our overall record ended up being 13-18, not what we wanted. 5-13 in the Big Ten. We'll have to see what we can do in the tournament, and we will talk to you next time. Have an orange and blue evening.